Do you know about this magical liquid capable of making any stuck part move? But what really is WD-40? Hey, engineering enthusiasts! Today we're going to talk about a product that almost everyone has at home, but many people don't really know what it is or how it works. And today we're going to talk about the famous and world-renowned WD-40. You might have seen that meme on the internet where all you need is some duct tape and WD-40 to fix anything out there. And basically this shows how WD-40 can seem magical sometimes, but in reality there's nothing magical about it. But let's get to it. What is WD-40? Well, actually, it has a pretty interesting history. It all started in 1953 when the Rocket Chemical Company, a small company with only 3 employees, was given the task of developing a compound that could prevent corrosion in rocket components. The chemist Norman Larsen led the research team and worked tirelessly to find the perfect formula. And after 39 failed attempts, specifically on the 40th try, Larsen and his team finally created a product that met the requirements. Taken from one of Larsen's notes, he named the test Water Displacement Attempt 40. And that's where the name WD-40 came from, where WD stands for water displacement, and the 40 comes from the 40th formula tested. The first company to use WD-40 commercially was Convair, which was a company that was hired by the United States Air Force to produce the Atlas family of aerospace rockets. The first missile was the SM-65 Atlas, which was the first intercontinental ballistic missile of the United States, which stands for Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. WD-40 was capable of repelling moisture, preventing oxidation, and even lubricating metal components, and it ended up being an ideal product for aerospace use. But the Rocket Chemical Company didn't expect the huge success of the product they created. The product, which was then used in rockets, started to be used for other purposes. And many employees of the company started using the same product on their cars and tools. And soon it was noticed that the product could be used for other purposes. And it started being sold by the company's employees out of the trunks of their cars to hardware and sporting goods stores. In 1961, the first large-scale order of WD-40 was made to be used to recondition vehicles and equipment damaged by the rains and floods caused by Hurricane Carla. And it was in that same year that the company decided to take on the same name as its one and only main product. And Rocket Chemical Company became known as WD-40, and soon their products started appearing on store shelves. But what exactly is the formula for WD-40? Here's the catch. That's because the composition of WD-40 is a very well-kept trade secret. But we can estimate some details about its ingredients and properties. It's a mixture of several chemical compounds, predominantly hydrocarbons. The base of the formula includes mineral oil and a combination of petroleum solvents, which help ensure its effectiveness. This set of compounds makes it ideal for protecting and preventing the oxidation of materials against moisture. And this turns out to be excellent for metal parts and electrical components, which are subject to oxidation. So if you want to protect a metal part, it works. However, if a part is already in the process of oxidizing, you can use it to stop the process and form a protective layer over the material. But its function goes a little beyond that. One of the most well-known functions of WD-40 is its ability to lubricate moving parts. This is possible thanks to the presence of oils and additives that reduce friction and allow smooth movement of components like hinges, bearings, and gears. And since it has an extremely low viscosity, it allows it to penetrate into cracks and tight spaces, which makes it effective in loosening rusted screws and maintaining hard-to-reach parts. And finally, it also serves as a degreasing additive, which means it's an excellent cleaner. It can easily remove grease, oils, and even sticky materials like adhesives from surfaces, making it easier to maintain and clean tools and equipment. I personally use WD-40 to remove those stickers that stick to cars and even those black stains on the bodywork when you drive through a street that has just been paved or resurfaced. This combination of properties makes WD-40 an extremely versatile product. used in a wide range of applications, from home maintenance to industrial and automotive uses. But where exactly can we use WD-40? Well, if you ask me, on everything. I can't live without a can of this stuff here. As I mentioned, you can use it to protect surfaces, remove rust, lubricate, and remove oils and grease. Personally, I like to apply it to all the tools I use to protect them and prevent corrosion. Besides using it as a lubricant on any hinge that has that haunted house squeak. But even though it's multi-purpose, it's not recommended for everything you might think of. For example, it's often used as a lubricant, but that doesn't mean it's ideal for every type of lubrication. In some cases, you need an oil with higher viscosity to ensure better lubrication. Some people have even said it's good as a deodorant and even as a perfume. Well, everyone has their own taste, but I don't know where these people come up with these hacks. It must be the same people who put detergent in concrete or pour water on the electricity meter to lower the bill, and install hydrogen kits in combustion engine cars.
I have a little problem.
But let's go. WD-40 is a chemical product and should only be used for industrial and household purposes as indicated. Applying it to the skin can cause irritation and other health problems, mainly because it contains hydrocarbons. Therefore, it should not be used as a deodorant or in any personal care application. If someone made a perfume that smells like WD-40, that's your choice. But has the formula remained the same since its creation in 1953? As we already know, the formula for WD-40 is kept under lock and key, and according to the company itself, it has remained unchanged since its creation. However, the company continues to test and ensure the quality of the product to make sure it meets modern safety and effectiveness standards. They have also developed variants of the same product, which ensure better efficiency in some specific situations, like the WD-40 Specialist product line, which includes a water-resistant silicone lubricant and even a protective white lithium grease. But I must highlight one point. Since the base of WD-40 is hydrocarbons, it is a hazardous and flammable material. In some places, people even use it as a torch to heat things up, which is extremely dangerous and inappropriate. I've even seen it being used to ignite diesel cars and even to inflate a flat tire. It's important to use the product in well-ventilated areas and avoid exposure to open flames or sparks. Overall, WD-40 is a great versatile product with many uses. However, it's not a magic solution for everything. For example, it's not ideal for lubricating items that operate under high pressure or extreme temperatures. Some people use it for cleaning and preserving electronic components. However, it should be used sparingly in small amounts, and most importantly, with the equipment turned off and disconnected from the power source. It is good for protecting and preventing moisture in circuit contacts. But any capacitor that is charged and that shorts out with WD-40 will definitely catch fire. If you've made it this far and enjoyed the video, take the opportunity to subscribe if you haven't already, leave your like, and turn on the notification bell. And if you find our content interesting, consider becoming a member to help us keep producing content here on the platform and be remembered in our videos.